it sounds simple to say these things, but to live it is, it's threading the eye of a needle. It's the golden rule kind of stuff. It's Kant's categorical imperative. You treat people the way you want to be treated. And, most people, they want to be able to raise their children and love their spouses in peace and harmony and pass on what God has given them to their children and their children's children. We almost all have some variation of that desire. And we need to say, listen, what I want for me, I want for you. Mm-hmm. Even if we have some disagreements, even about, what that should look like. And I think, Kant was one of these thinkers who I'm pretty confident that I don't agree with on a lot of things, even though I have to say I don't understand him most of the time. But I think, he had this, he was a Prussian, and of course the Prussians were a militaristic empire. And he was trying to write into the warring European world that he was a part of, and he was saying we all need something that we all agree on. And for him was this categorical imperative, something that is true for all of us at all times. Because he was trying to find a basis to stop killing, going to war, Mm-hmm. And I applaud that. I love that part of what he was trying to do. It seems to me that's what the church should be doing. I mean, I think that's what the church is all about. It should be all about. So I don't know if I'm answering your question, because that's just, I'm at several thousand feet right there. But how do you bring that down into how we live? I mean, one of the things, I did my first year back to Kansas. Kansas is where I'm from, as I said earlier. And my first year was during COVID. But I worshiped in a African-American Pentecostal church in Atchison. I mean, I'd go to Mass and then I'd go to the Black Pentecostal church. And my background is so varied that, I felt very comfortable in both. But I really developed friends with that community. Of course, we were just still going through Black Lives Matter, and I had been involved in, I brought an African-American couple from Harvard to speak at my old parish on white supremacy, which seemed like a good idea at the time, but it didn't bless a lot of people.
Probably didn't go over really well.
It didn't bless everybody. But then Black Lives Matter, everything blew up, and some people said, wow, that was prophetic. And, and what I said to people, listen, we just need to be friends. We need to make friends with the African-American community. And when I came here, I just said, I'm going to practice what I preach. So I started going to Black churches. And a lot of my ministry now in Atchison grew out of that first year of making a decision to worship with my African-American brothers and sisters. So we have to have this commitment to this categorical imperative of treating everybody the way we want to be treated. But then we got to take the next step and enter into a relationship with it.
I have